happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. Happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. Happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. Happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. Happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. Happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. Happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. Happy, 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 happy. It's not happy day, I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we love, we are happy ever. happy, 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 happy. It's my happy day, I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every happy.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. It's the 10 crack commandment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 10 crack commandment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 10 crack commandment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 10 crack. Check somewhere quick. Did I hear the echo? 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 Could be coming from. Could have been coming from the computer. Probably was coming from the computer. Alright. It was coming from the computer. Alright. It was coming from the computer. It was coming from. Oh, alright. We should be good.
Video, I talked about the Streamer Awards and all the drama that surrounded it this year, like when Ty Lil got mad at Fan for making a joke saying Kai Cenat looks like Diddy, India Love hopping on stage saying Adapt shouldn't have won Best Breakout Streamer, Rakai and DDG should have, people calling QT Cinderella racist for making a stealing joke to Rakai, yet Rakai got banned on Twitch for stealing. And my overall point in that video,
Stealing. I got banned on Twitch for stealing. Somebody make a joke about it. And just because they white, they racist. And like they just made the shit up. The lady got banned for stealing. And like she made the shit up out of thin air.
Was that a lot of these newer streamers never understood the humor of the streamer awards to begin with, which led to a lot of this drama. For those that don't know, there's two sides of Twitch: the WL community, which is newer, a more normal community, and with the Pogger side, their humor is more bantering with each other, no matter if they're close friends or acquaintances, being corny and being cringe. That's like what they love to do. While the WL community only banters with each other if they're close and they like aura farming and like to be deemed as cool, and they're pretty much polar opposites. And the WL side is the more popular side, while the Pogger side has been around for longer. And QT Cinderella is a Pogger streamer, hence why the humor was like that, just cracking jokes on people and the jokes being kind of cringe. And I can't lie, okay, the delivery, watching it back, wasn't the best with some jokes, but the jokes weren't all that bad, really. And for the people that got mad at the jokes, once again, I think they should have done their research and watched previous streamer awards. This is like the equivalent of going to a comedy show and being mad that a comedian is cracking certain jokes. You should have done your research before going. And I think since there was a mixture of people who were unfamiliar with the jokes and also just people who were newer to the streaming community, a part of the WL community, they just never understood the streamer awards, so that led to a lot of this drama. But yeah, that was the gist of the video. Since then, more drama has emerged, and in this video we're gonna be talking about it, starting with Ty Lil. As we all know, Ty Lil got mad at Fan for making a joke saying that Kai Cenat looks like Diddy, and a bunch of people were outraged at this, and Ty Lil decided to respond to the backlash in a stream saying that he stands up for his friends and basically says that they were trying to make light of the victims of Diddy.
I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that. And a lot of y'all people out here.
How there's a joke that plenty of people don't told about Kai Cenat looking like Diddy. How is that diminishing the victims? Like how what correlation do that have with the victims of him and his case and whatever by saying a Diddy joke? It doesn't make any sense. They probably gonna say in this video, they just saying anything. People just be saying anything.
Y'all just don't got no real fucking friends, and it's not really no. You don't got your friend back like I got my friend back. You ain't go to the furthest extent to make sure your friend feel like reassured or cared about like I would. So if I gotta deal with some hate just to make sure my man's gonna feel good, I'll do it. Fuck it. I'd rather know that I stood up for my friend, and that when I turn my back, people gonna talk shit about me. But as long as face to face, I can look my man in his eye and say, yo, Kai, I got your back, I'ma feel good. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And that's word of my mother. Watching the documentary and all them accusations really being out right now, and that shit being the number one thing spoke about, and that shit being the number one show on Netflix. If you really watched it and how much people that shit affected in real life, like just think about all the real families and everybody that have been waiting for certain answers, and everybody that has been everything that has had a question mark on it, and then that documentary come out, and there's just so much answers, and there's so much just facts and so much in that documentary. If you would have watched that shit, 110% fact, you would have never said, and I just seen your new documentary. Word of my mother, you would have never, ever said that.
And like I said in my other video, I think this is just fake outrage from Ty Lil. And I say that because they've made jokes about Kai looking like Diddy so many times. His own mom has made these jokes. During Kai's Mafia-thon, there were so many Diddy jokes. So why not be outraged when your homie Kai makes a joke? Or when your homie Kai dresses up like him? Or when Kai's mom makes a joke about it? Or when the numerous celebrities during Kai's subathon make jokes about it?
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, you talking about I look like
Just
Diddy?
a little to the side. You got to bite the lip on the side. That's right. Yeah.
Do you know what's really fun? Making a website on Wix.
I look like Diddy. That's you. I keep thinking I'm gonna look like Diddy.
You want to look like who?
Diddy.
Which Diddy you talking about?
Diddy. Combs.
Ah, you could look like one of his sons.
I don't think I look.
All these jokes from all these different people, and Talia just sitting there with his mouth closed, watching these people diminish the victims of the Diddy case. He's just sitting there with his mouth closed.
Look like Diddy, bro.
You do.
No, I don't.
Say take that.
What?
Say take that.
Why you didn't tell Marlon Wayans to shut up or don't talk about Kai like that? Why he pick Fan?
What the fuck is that?
Say Say yeah, get it.
Quiet as a mouse.
What the fuck, Chad? But yeah, he comes in and come out here.
Brown comes in and cut my hair.
But you know what? I used to always say that you kind of look like Diddy without the braids.
Oh my! All right, and that's what we're wrapping up at.
Gotta get back from this.
That is where we wrapping up.
I'll give him benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's just watching the documentary and realizing that all the horrific things Diddy did. But at the end of the day, Kai still looks like Diddy, unfortunately.
Let's talk about like almost all year about the stuff Diddy did. About like, especially since we seen the clip of he kicking that girl on the ground. Like, now he just finding out about the Diddy case.
And I think Ty Lil is only outraged and getting mad at Fan because he can't gain anything from her. He can gain things from Kai Cenat and Marlon Wayans, so he's not gonna get mad at them. But Fan, he can't gain anything from her, so why not tweak out on her? He gets more from pressing her than just sitting there listening to her make that joke. Hence why he doesn't check his homies and the celebrities that he's around when they make these jokes. And let me just say this right now. Yes, Diddy has done horrific things, but that doesn't take away the fact that Kai looks like Diddy. Deshaun Watson is a horrible human being and scum of the earth, but people think I look like him. It's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. When people say I look like him, I know they're talking about my looks, not my character. Like I said, I think Ty Lil is fake outraged at this. Kai looks like Diddy. I think Ty Lil is just more outraged at the delivery of the joke. That's it. Anyone to just take it out on someone. You also had a streamer named The Stock Guy claiming one of Kai's friends was saying some crazy things after this joke was said during an intermission.
True story. I don't know if I should tell you this or not. So I'm in the middle, right? And I see them down there and I hear the guy take the mic about if you're gonna tell a joke, at least make it funny. I didn't even get the joke or whatever. And then we went to an intermission. I go down, I go down to the bathroom. As I walk in the bathroom, I hear somebody come in and go, yo, fuck that bitch. Man, fuck that bitch. I'll fucking toss that bitch. Well, I'll fucking knock her fucking teeth out. How's she gonna suck dick with no teeth? Man, fuck that bitch. Who the fuck she thinks she... And I was like, oh my God. And then he started saying some shit about, I don't want to repeat it, about some things that are assault-wise that he's going to do. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, this guy really fucking, I thought it was a bit. And this dude's in the bathroom talking about he's going to straight up fucking beat the shit out of her and do some horrible things to her. And I was coming out of the bathroom and I was like, yo, man, are you okay? Like, you good? And he looked at me like this. And his friend goes, man, he's just from New York. And then they both left. And I was like, normally it's none of my business and I don't get involved in it. But I'm thinking to myself, do I need to talk to somebody? Like, is this dude like just doing that? And then I realized we're also at a Streamer Awards and his boys are around. So I'm like, I gotta keep an eye on this shit. Like, he'll probably cool down through the night, but this dude really lost his shit.
Now, people are speculating that this is Kai's friend Dez who said this, who's pretty much this crash out friend that Kai has from New York. And there's many times where he's crashed out on Kai's stream.
Hey, I keep playing. Suck my dick with me. Like, why we gonna fuck you up now? What? Now, they gonna fight over. He said it to you. He said it to you. He said it to you. Say it back. Say it back. Now what? See, I start getting like that. Now what, pussy? I'm about to get beat up. You old enough to get your ass whipped. Now what? I juice you, you pussy. Hey, fuck this camera. Now what, nigga?
Chill,
say something.
Chill, boy. Chill.
I already said what I have to say. So what's up? No, so don't touch me. Don't touch me at all. Chill. Right now. No. Slap the dog shout to me. I make you shit on yourself, pussy.
This is all alleged also. None of this is confirmed. But I'm going to be so honest. I wouldn't be surprised if this was true. This sounds like something Kai's friend Dez would do. And if this were to be true, then that's just straight up disgusting. Control your emotions. You're a grown man. And whoever said he's from New York, that's just stupid of him because him being from...
Yeah, but the show happened after the documentary. The video of him kicking Cassie on the floor came out earlier this year. During the time they were doing the jokes on the Mafia Don about Kai looking like Diddy. This ain't like something like we just learned about yesterday. We talk about this all year. And like all of a sudden the documentary probably showed us more stuff, but we've been knew about it. Everybody knew about it.
New York doesn't give him the right to say this stuff. Like, that's a Nina Lynn type of argument. All from New York, so I just say crazy.
That's like, we didn't learn about the baby oil that he had the day before Stream Awards. We knew about it all throughout the year.
Things, you know, but I don't really mean it. You think just because you're from New York you can threaten someone and that's okay? That's just dumb. That's super dumb. Okay, so that was recorded earlier today. Since then, Dez has actually responded. He sparked up a stream and basically talked about his point of view, essentially saying that the stock guy was pretty much lying about the whole thing.
People that love that individual, because that individual changed everybody's life at that table, in particular, individually.
What if your small business could run a TV ad on the #1 streaming platform in America? Well, now...
He helped us grow and do other shit. You think niggas won't feel a way about that shit? So now I can't go to the bathroom because I could have sat in my seat and got loud and cursed. I can't go to the bathroom and walk off. I didn't even walk off. That wasn't my purpose. But I went to the bathroom and I said what New York niggas say, like, she was dick sucking. And you go around and say, stock guy, that I said I would go hurt her or anything. That shit cold as shit, bro. And that was low as a motherfucker because you don't know. I know you wouldn't think about my moms and all that. You know what I mean? Because, like, you don't know Marie.
I don't think that stock guy would just up and like just lie. Like he has nothing to gain about lying. He just a random. He's pretty much a random person to them. I don't think he would just up and lie about them.
But I wish you did know Marie. Because if you knew Marie, she'd slap the dog shit out you for playing with me. And if you knew my father, you understand that I don't come from a background that I come from, brother. My father prayed for me before I even got on the stream. You know that? But it's before I even could talk to y'all niggas. That's why I'm so calm. I'm not really yelling. I called my pops and I was really hurt. I'm tired of this shit. That they keep coming at me. They keep lying at me. They lying on me. They keep coming at me. Because at the end of the day, everybody has the internet like your parents have the internet. You see, y'all see the shit that's on my name. People be lying on me and shit. And I don't understand where it come from because my whole life I never had these fucking problems. You understand me? Don't hate because I'm fucking handsome. Don't hate because I'm actually finally winning now the legit way. All I did was speak to my friends and said, she was sucking my man dick with the teeth. Nigga, bad bitches don't even use teeth. They give out the sloppy toppy, like the soft jaw. You know how they give it up crazy. The baddies, like the bad, you know the baddies we like they suck the shit up, no teeth, everything smooth. You like that. You felt I show you? Whole time I feel like she gave him teeth and it was a bad joke. Try again. Dritty. You in the toilet with your stinky ass, dirty ass butt on that contaminated seat where 1,000 niggas is pissing everywhere, listening and saying, oh, I'm gonna get this nigga. Whole time, family, you could have just repeated what I said. It's just, like, you could have repeated what I said. I didn't say what you said. And when you added so much shit in, like, I was go, like, and then it's like, why do you call the authorities if I made them heinous threats? Like them crazy. Why do you call the authorities to remove me?
I'm gonna be so honest. This man Dez wasn't really saying anything. He said a whole lot of nothing. And if we're being real, what does a stock guy have to lie about this for? Like, how does that benefit him?
Why?
The man looks at stocks on stream.
Why?
To give Dez the
Why would he
benefit of the
lie?
doubt, maybe he just misinterpreted some of the things Dez said
What
because
did
he's a
he
New
gain from
Yorker,
lying
and some of the
on
things
him?
they say sound extremely sexual, but they mean something completely different. But judging from how this man crashes out on streams and wasn't really saying anything, I think he probably said these things. Like, let's be real. I wouldn't be surprised if he said them. And if he did, once again, it's disgusting and it's fake.
Dude talks about stock markets on Twitch all day.
Outrage because y'all were making Diddy jokes all Mafia-thon 3. And I'm pretty sure the stock guy didn't call the cops or anything because he didn't want to disrupt the award show. QT also cleared up the joke that she made on her Kai, saying that it wasn't a racist joke. It was because he stole from Walmart and got banned on Twitch, which
I ain't say it's allegations, but like people saying he lying, like he lied about him and all that. I'm sorry, like, yeah, he didn't say no name, but Dez assumed that he's talking about him. Dez assumed he talking about him. Like the dude, like Khalil said, like people don't understand the people. You don't even know who said it. I mean, Dad say that. Okay, Stock guy don't know who said it, but Dad say he said it. So, is it an allegation that Dad say he said it? I don't. If Dad say he said it, that's not allegations. He said it. I'm lost. He probably didn't mean, the stock guy didn't can interpret New York slang. He probably misunderstood him. Say he said it to the girl. I don't know what that guy said. No. They was in the bathroom. Dez and Talia was in the bathroom talking about it, and the stock guy was in like the toilet or whatever. He didn't say it to Fan. Only people know what happened in the bathroom was Talia, Dez, and the stock guy. Don't know only 3 people. Nobody knows what else happened in that bathroom. So it's the stock guy story versus Dez story, then whatever Talia said. Okay, let's get back to the video.
We all knew this wasn't a racist joke. It's just some idiots online thought it was racially motivated because they don't actually know anything about streaming. They just watch clips, and they saw this clip of QT Cinderella making a joke, and QT Cinderella is a white woman, while Rakai is black, and they just thought it was a racial issue. When if you really know about Twitch, and if you're really tapped in, you know that Rakai got banned for stealing.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to Taylor Brands.
The only thing I will address is the same thing that I addressed on Fear and the Rakai joke. It was not racially motivated. He was.
You can't believe it's stock guy if you don't believe Dez. I just don't see no reason for the stock guy to lie. Like I don't see nothing like for him to gain about lying. Like he like. He just been in the bathroom and just made up a story while he was in the bathroom. Like I said, he probably, like they said, Dez probably been talking in the bathroom. He heard Dez talking. Nah. This you can look at this guy and look at, like, go to his Twitch channel. I don't, like, see the reason, like, I don't know him personally, but, like, it just doesn't make no sense. Like for him to lie, like, but what am I about to say? I lost my. I'm about to say something. Let's go back to the video.
Was banned for stealing. That's it. That is all. I think I had such a big epiphany this year where I was like, oh my gosh, this show, it's just so much bigger than it used to be. And I have to adjust for that. Cause like everyone in the room knew that he was banned for stealing, but it's more than everyone in the room. And so we're fixing it. Okay.
Like I said, we all already knew this. It's just that people who don't actually watch streams at all think that they know everything, so they just thought, oh no, it's a racial issue, when no, she was making a joke. But like I said earlier, I think a lot of this newer outrage was because so many people that were watching were just new.
They say QT Cinderella was attacking black people the whole show.
Being new to the Twitch world and being new to the award show, not necessarily knowing what's going on. But I'm glad that she's taken some of the criticism well, and she's going to change things for next year. I think it'll be way better, 10 times better than a lot of people think. I don't think it was that bad this year. I genuinely don't. I think a lot of people are tweaking out when they say that it was terrible. You also had Rakai clapping back at QT Cinderella because she made that joke on him.
It was ass. I'm gonna buck. And this is not because I lost. I know I lost. I know I'm pussy as fuck. I know I'm ugly as shit. But nigga, I'm gonna keep it buck. The production was ass as fuck. And QT Cinderella, you're a bitch. I'm gonna keep it buck. For even playing with me. You feel me? But nah, though. Shout out to QT Cinderella for even inviting me. And shout out to Twitch.
QT Cinderella, you a bitch. But shout out to you. Thank you for inviting me.
For inviting me even though I'm banned. But it's like, bro, they basically what I'm getting from. They literally invited me just to like, basically like, okay, like, bring up my band, okay, bro, bring up the shit. Like, why would you even fucking invite me if you gonna do that shit? I'm black, petite, sit the fuck down and chill. I was gonna say that shit. I was like, bitch, what's the coolest dick you ever fucking suck? Ugly bitch, to her. I was gonna say that, but I just calmed down, bro, and you know, and like, you know, see why she even said that shit. Cause whole time, now I get it. Like, she said it cause, you know, I got banned for giving that girl flowers, but she didn't really understand is that whole time I had my assistant tell the lady that she never bought it, she put it back, but that wasn't on camera, so, but.
But it wasn't on camera. Nigga, so how we know you telling the truth?
Fucking
I'm gonna be so real, Rakai. Don't get banned and don't steal from Walmart.
No. That's the bad thing about it. He was banned, but she stuck her neck out so he could have come to the show with the rest of the Clover boys and A&P. She looked out for him and talked to them and invite him. And after that one joke about the truth, what he did, he went on to afterwards calling her a bitch and all this. But you know, he's 17. He's still learning the world. You gotta look at it that way. He's still a kid. He's 17. He's still learning how to navigate the world and stuff. Somebody was nice enough. She made a joke about everything that happened on Twitch. Did Kai and Rakai wasn't the purpose she made jokes about. She made jokes about Hassan shocking his dog with the dog collar. She made jokes about everybody. She called Queso fat. She did fat jokes. She wasn't just attacking black people at the show. Hassan and Queso are white. And all the other white people. She made a joke about, she made a joke with I'm Dante. This is like the 4th year of the war show, and they make jokes about stuff that happened on Twitch every single year. This is nothing new.
You don't want these jokes cracked on you. Like, he's saying all these things, but it's like, dude, at the end of the day, you stole from Walmart. And I'm tired of people giving Rakai this pass because he's 17 when he does something dumb. Like, they'll be like, oh, Rakai blew up a supermarket on stream, but he's only 17, so it's okay. This dude is around the top streamers, yet we're gonna sit here and always pull the he's young card after he messes up. We gotta stop babying this man. He's way more mature than he seems. He does this BS because he knows that he can get away with it because people baby him. That's the only reason he keeps on doing this stupid stuff. And Rakai, they invited you because you were nominated and you're a popping streamer. They didn't invite you just to crack jokes. That was just a part of the show because you did some stupid things. So that means that you were more likely to get those jokes for being stupid. And you should be lucky that you got the green light to go because you were banned on Twitch. For y'all that don't know, if somebody banned pops up on your stream on Twitch, you get banned as well. But Twitch allowed the green light for Rakai to come. So be grateful, Rakai. Also, crazy enough, Rakai actually dropped a video of him on the phone with his mom, revealing that she's forcing him to move back home after the hurtful things he said about QT Cinderella.
Would even think of anything like that? I'm so confused. Like, did you really tell that woman that? Are you losing your mind? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm saying.
Okay, so.
I'm saying the only thing the reason why I said that is because she said what she said.
Regardless of the fact that is not how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
That is not how you talk to a woman. First of all, I raised you way better than that.
Today I'm going to make a beat. We're going to Output's new plugin co-producer, Play.
So guess what? Your ass is coming home since you think you're grown.
This could be fake. I wouldn't be surprised if it was fake, if this was just some sort of stunt, but I genuinely hope it's not. There was no reason for him to tweak out and say these crazy things when QT Cinderella was nice enough to invite you to the show and allow you to be in there even when you were banned. And just because he cracked one joke on you for you being stupid, that doesn't mean that you should tweak out on her. Sure, you can have your opinions about the show, but you can't tweak out on her for something stupid that you did. So, W Rakai mom. You also had India Love apologizing for her behavior. Finally, she took accountability and she claims that she was under the influence during the whole thing, which led her to hopping on stage and saying Adapt shouldn't have won.
Sorry, I'm like so nervous. I want to make a true apology. True apology meaning give no excuses or explanation for my behavior last night at the awards. I did not conduct myself in a way that represents me well, or my team, or my community, or the people that look to me and look up to me in one way, shape, or form. My behavior was completely unnecessary. Another moment, another mistake made off being under the influence, but obviously it's not an excuse. Like I said, it was completely unnecessary, it was selfish, it was inconsiderate. I want to apologize to QT. QT, first of all, I appreciate that you inviting me, and there's no excuse for my behavior. It was very distasteful. Like I keep saying, unnecessary. It was my initial emotion response, and that, again, I had no business being on that stage. You know, as a person and who I am as a person, and I have to stop disappointing myself by repeating mistakes and keep repeating a cycle that's obviously not good for me. And I watched something that said, like, your mistakes could either be a coffin or a classroom. You know, it could either teach you, or it could be the thing that takes you under and kills you, or, like, you know. And I'm a work in progress every day, and I have to understand what I did to the Twitch CEO, to just everybody. It was just so distasteful, and it is not who I am or what I should have did at all. I know what I have to do moving forward, you know, when it comes to me as a person.
I will say I'm glad that she's finally taking accountability for her actions, because that was crazy what she did, and it was uncalled for. Adapt one, fair and square. Just because Rakai and DDG are your homies doesn't mean you got to go out there and do what you did. And I'm glad that she said being under the influence isn't an excuse, because it really isn't. A lot of people will try to use that to excuse stupid things they do, but at the end of the day, you put that liquor in your system to make yourself do something stupid like that. While I don't like India Love, I can truly respect her apology. I really can. Seems like it comes from the heart. Let's hope that she doesn't do something like this again. Now, crazy enough, you also had Krishan Rock joining in on the battle, saying who is Adapt? Rakai and DDG should have won, just mimicking off of what India Love said, which, if we're being real, Krishan Rock's opinion doesn't matter, but it's so stupid to the point where I just had to add it in this video.
Who the fuck is Adapt? We know who Rakai and DDG is, but who is Adapt? The awards was racist. They racist as hell. Y'all only invited the niggas to promote the white people that we did not give a fuck about. I did not.
Black people making black people look bad.
Earn that shit. That's fucked up.
So this is my Rust project. I have 4 terminal clients, all with this chat interface running off one server.
You can just tell she has no idea what she's talking about. She's just saying things that she saw online. She has no true beliefs about this streaming world for herself. Why is the first response to call something racist when you don't understand something? Like, how is it racist because these black streamers lost in this one category when the streamer of the year was black? iShowSpeed was the streamer of the year, and he's black, and he won. That's a bigger award.
Kai won 4 or 5 awards, and he's black. How is it racist against black people? He won 4 or 5 awards. How is this racist?
But she doesn't know that the streamer of the year is black because she doesn't watch Twitch. She's a clip watcher, and she's been on a few streams. That's her only knowledge of Twitch. She's not really watching this stuff. And this is my biggest problem with Twitch right now. There's so many people on the outside giving their opinions on the inside when they have no idea what they're talking about. They'll watch TikTok clips all day and claim that they know stuff about streaming, when in reality, they don't. They just watch clips. She watches clips of Rakai and DDG, so she thinks they should win. But that's her For You page. She doesn't know a thing about Adapt because it's not on her For You page. And speaking of not knowing a thing about Adapt, there were so many newer streamers disrespecting Adapt. When Adapt won fair and square, Adapt has been doing his thing with streaming. People were saying Adapt was a nobody and that they only gave him that reward because he was going to retire soon, when that's not the case.
Like Adapt won, and honestly, he probably got it because isn't he retired from streaming? So like that's like his last like thing that he'll ever like. You know?
Like, this woman is just talking out of her ass. She has no idea what she's talking about. And you know how I know this is a newer streamer? Because this woman is treating Twitch like it's IG Live. A lot of newer streamers do that. A lot of people that don't really know about live streaming treat it like that. Like, who are you to give your opinion on this when you know nothing about streaming? Why not just shut up? Why not just be like, hey, Adapt, kudos to you. That was amazing. I really wanted my boys to win, but hey, it's all good, you know? You're doing great things. You're gonna have a great year next year as well. It's not that hard. Like, when I tell you, I've seen so many brain dead takes on TikTok talking about that, oh, nobody knows who Adapt is. I only know who Rakai and DDG is. Adapt's got a huge community backing him, you know, the whole FaZe community. That's way bigger than these clip pages that Rakai and DDG pay to post their clips every day. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure Adapt does the same thing, but he's got the whole FaZe community. FaZe has some of the most top streamers within their organization. How are you surprised that Adapt won out of everyone else?
Who the fuck is Adapt, and why the fuck did he win Best Breakout Streamer instead of DDG?
She said, who the fuck is Adapt?
Or Rakai? I feel like this was definitely intentional because for Kai and EDG, both of them, especially this year, they have been so fucking consistent. They've been putting their all into their fucking streams. So I'm so confused where the fuck this Adept guy comes from, and he literally wins. He gets all the fucking votes. I find that very hard to believe because we all know that DDG and Rakai have big ass fan bases and strong ones. So I know everybody voted for them too. So where the fuck did they get that Adapt or Adept? However the fuck you say his name. I'm actually a little pissed off because even if DDG didn't win, I was hoping Rakai would. If Rakai didn't win, I was hoping at least, DDG would get it. But this was definitely rigged. Because no way all of their fucking hard work went to waste. A lot of...
Right. How is it? Oh my god. Because the black person didn't win, it's rigged.
Shit has been going on with Rakai getting banned and this and that, but the votes for all the stream fucking awards, they've been in already. So it's like, I know the ban cannot affect it. And I don't know maybe if the Hali case with DDG affected his voting, but that's kind of fucked up. Like, they really did their big one.
What? I'm pretty sure DDG case with Haley did not have any effect on him losing. I'm pretty sure without that case, that's where them boys just happen everywhere. So I mean, technically, it's people that support them. Yeah, it's like they both, all three of them got a fan base. There's one fan base this was bigger than the other. People make it seem like Adapt, like, it's just a nobody. Like, he was part of FaZe. Like, them boys won the best content group at the Stream Awards. Like, I don't know, no, the Clover Boys ain't the content group. It's just a name. Just like, I don't know, people just say rig because they favorite or the person they only know about. When she only know about DDG and Rakai, I'm pretty sure because she, like, if a black person you lose the award, you sound like Krishana Rock. This man say, boy, we don't watch FaZe. You don't watch FaZe probably, but you can't say they not the biggest content group out right now. Say, boy, we don't watch FaZe. I don't watch FaZe neither, but I'm not gonna say they a bunch of nobodies. Goddamn.
Once this year with streaming, they've been putting out such fucking entertaining content, and I know it's probably so frustrating to see some like ass motherfucker win the fucking award. I'm so sorry, but let's really keep it a stack. Like, that's irritating.
Okay, I say DDG, but let's keep it a stack. That nigga Rakai don't be putting out no entertaining content. We gotta stop right there. Now maybe DDG, but I don't know, make it seem like you just be watching Rakai for entertaining content.
The same thing that happened, in the freaking celebrity award shows is happening.
Bruh. I'm not gonna get into it. I feel like you're trying to rage bait me into I didn't see Adapt did anything. You just say you don't watch FaZe, so of course you're not gonna see Adapt do anything.
The fucking streaming fucking awards, like, it's kind of, I don't think it's fair, and I feel like they should have fucking recounted it or something, but let's be.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
For real, like, DDG or Rakai definitely should have won that one instead of Adapt. I don't know.
There's so many things to talk about from.
Yeah, he did plenty of stuff. He just went to South Africa with Maya, the girl that do the animal stuff. He just did a big stream with her. Went to South Africa. I can't listen to everything he did a year, but I've seen him plenty around clips and all on Twitter and stuff. And he's part of FaZe, which won the best content group this year at the award show. They didn't want it just because. I don't. Either boy went on Wise Face. I didn't see if that did anything. Okay,
this video. Number one, it's funny how she says the BS of Rakai getting banned when he stole something from Walmart. That's why he got banned. If that's just BS, then that's just crazy. Like, what was Twitch not supposed to?
All right, Maz, can you time this XP dude out? Because he keeps saying technically. Can you time this dude out, mods? Mods, do I have any mods in chat? Mods. Time it says the XP out. Give him like we say 5 to 10 minutes. He needs a break from the chat.
To ban him for stealing from Walmart. This 17-year-old stole from Walmart. Oh, he's just a baby. No, he's not. He knows what he's doing, and he's gonna keep on doing it. So Twitch banned him, and I'm glad they did for that. And number two, you can tell she has no idea what she's talking about because she doesn't know who FaZe Adapt is. This man, FaZe Adapt, look, I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown. This man joined FaZe back in 2011. He was making videos, trick-shotting videos, sniping videos. He popped.
You hear that, MC? Oh, that's your part. I need you to pay attention. Let me go back. Listen closely. Let me go back.
And if that's just BS, then that's just crazy. Like, what, was Twitch not supposed to ban him for stealing from Walmart? This 17-year-old stole from Walmart. Oh, he's just a baby. No, he's not. He knows what he's doing, and he's gonna keep on doing it. So Twitch banned him, and I'm glad they did for that. And number two, you can tell she has no idea what she's talking about because she doesn't know who FaZe Adapt is. This man, FaZe Adapt, look, I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown. This man joined FaZe back in 2011. He was making videos, trick-shotting videos, sniping videos. He popped off, went to vlogging. He was doing his thing. Then FaZe went in the gutter. They were in the gutter for years, and they resurrected it by getting a bunch of streamers involved, like Plagway Max, Jason the Ween, Lacey, Silky, and Stable Ronaldo and Your Rage were already in FaZe. And Adapt started streaming because that's what the newer FaZe guys were on back in 2024. And the main reason why he started streaming was because he wanted to hold himself accountable to quit vaping. And since then, he's been extremely consistent and going hard with the new FaZe guys. And Adapt has been putting his all into streams. So I just find it so crazy for this woman to just disrespect Adapt when she just really doesn't know what she's talking about. Adapt has a very strong community because he's a great creator and he's backed by FaZe. Once again, this woman is a clip watcher. That's why she thinks DDG and Rakai should have won. That's the thing about these clips. These clips make people seem bigger than what they actually are. But if you just watch clips, you won't really know anything. You gotta go over to Twitch and you gotta watch these streams. And it's so funny that she's calling them ass, yet DDG's content is revolved around girls. If there's no girls in his content, he's not entertaining. Let's be so dead ass right now. And Rakai's content is him being an idiot and using the I'm young excuse every single time. And I find it so funny that at the end she says
that man's spitting facts. We gotta go back. You gotta go back. That boy starts spitting facts. That boy dropping bars. I'll go back.
Crazy for this woman to just disrespect Adapt when she just really doesn't know what she's talking about. Adapt has a very strong community because he's a great creator and he's backed by FaZe. Once again, this woman is a clip watcher. That's why she thinks DDG and Rakai should have won. That's the thing about these clips. These clips make people seem bigger than what they actually are. But if you just watch clips, you won't really know anything. You gotta go over to Twitch and you gotta watch these streams. And it's so funny that she's calling them ass, yet DDG's content is revolved around girls. If there's no girls in his content, he's not entertaining. Let's be so dead ass right now. And Rakai's content is him being an idiot and using the I'm young excuse every single time. And I find it so funny that at the end,
facts, bars.
And she says, recount the votes like this is the presidential election. This woman sounds like one of those salty Trump supporters from 2020, back when Biden won. Recount the votes, Biden didn't win. Unfortunately, I mean, he did, man. And it also seems like Adapt won because he has the trophy. Like, these people just don't know what they're talking about, man. It's just pissing me off, dude. And this is the thing about streaming now. It's so mainstream to the point where people from the outside are looking in when they don't know really anything about it. They're just watching clips. But yeah, my final thoughts. This Streamer Awards was crazy with a lot of drama. The Streamer Awards always has some drama, but there was a lot of drama surrounding the award show itself. I only talked about the most important drama in my opinion, which were all the things talked about in this video and in my last video. And I think a lot of people didn't understand the humor. That's why a lot of these jokes fell flat and why a lot of this drama even came out. And also there was just this new influx of new Twitch streamers and new Twitch viewers. So these things were deemed as cringe when that's just the humor of the other side. But yeah, I'm excited to see what QT Cinderella does with the show next year, even with this influx in viewers. Hopefully Hopefully it's less drama during the award show, and hopefully there's no
It'll be the
crazy
same
moments
thing
like
next year.
this. But if there are, you already know I'm gonna talk about it. That being said, this is gonna wrap up the video. If you guys made this far, I appreciate you. Twitch Cameron WAK, Twitter Cameron WAK, Instagram Cameron WAK, Discord link in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be right up here on the screen. All that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
Show was rigged. QT. Make sure I put the Discord link. I'm putting it in chat for you guys to join the Discord. Moving on. But yeah. People cried about Stream Awards, about jokes. The only one I give you pass to Tyler being mad at a joke made about Kai, and he got upset. Cool. But this, I don't know about that. Now Rakai, I definitely don't give Rakai no pass about stuff he said about her. After all she did for him just to be there at the show. So, and Enia Love, she just need to put down the bottle. She need to stop drinking. That's about it with that. We will watch Cyberpunk City. This is a short one. Cyberpunk 2027 City of Legends 5th anniversary teaser trailer. Not teaser trailer, anniversary trailer. I seen this. Oh, that's why I say teaser trailer. I saw this earlier. I wish there was DLC for more gameplay for the game.
If you could go back to the beginning, what would you try to change? Who would you try to save? Who would you trust?
You lit a flame that consumed my head. I'm now on for
And who would you try to hold on to?
traded all for your sweet and
Just a little bit longer. Because in Night City, the city of punks, thugs, fixers and corpos, warlords, drug lords, joy toys, rocker boys. A city of legends.
thing that changed it.
All you really have is how you'll be remembered. And who remembers? In Night City, you don't fight to win, or even to stay alive. You do it so that one day, you might just make it to the major leagues. And just for a moment, be something that fucking mattered.
This is a dope shot because it's everybody from the story, even the DLC. Yeah, cause I got the dude, the Rip Doctor. They got the Japanese dude from the DLC. I forgot her name. They got Pan Am. They got your best friend, Jax. You. There's Israel from the DLC. And I think this one. I think this one person you helping the DLC too. Am I missing anybody? Oh no. Oh, who's this? Was that Judy?
It mattered.
No, that's Pan Am. That must be Judy, that other girl.
that fucking mattered.
I don't know who this is. I don't know. It must be a person from the camp.
Will never fade away.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's go back. No, that's cool. Cyberpunk, one of my favorite games. They need to drop a DLC, more gameplay. At least now DLC.
It changed.
I don't know what this person is. Alright. I kind of want to watch this next.
Roku's new self-service ad tool, it's easy to set up.
Right, Pikachu?
Ash versus Yu-Gi-Oh! No. Ash versus Yugi. Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh! Death Battle. Let's see. They can give Ash, what's the Pokemon guy name? Not Articuno. I forgot his name. They give him the Pokemon guy. I forgot his name. It's not Articuno. It's not Arceus. I forgot his name. And Yugi, I mean, the strongest thing, I mean, the Egyptian gods. I mean, they're stronger. There's stronger cards than the Egyptian gods. No, the Pokemon god, the dude that the Pokemon that created the other Pokemon, he's the strongest Pokemon. He created Mew, to which they led them to create Mewtwo. That's the strongest thing Ash can throw out. It's the creator of the Pokemon, the Pokemon that created the other Pokemon. Yugi Egyptian God cards is probably, is that something stronger than Obelisk or Wind Dragon or Raw or Exodia and Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's watch the video.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Fly! Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto.
And it depends on how they do it. If they do it like a Pokemon battle, like 4 or 5 Pokemon versus 4 or 5 Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, then okay, I can see how they gonna they do it. And it all depends on what they give. If they give Ash, if he just got like Pikachu, Charizard, like Bulbasaur, like normal stuff that he normally have, then that's different. Then like Yugi be like Dark Magician, like Haribo and like all the other stuff.
Biggest question from the playground. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This is a big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
Yeah, go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night Swarm. It just launched, and it's all about action.
Collect companions and claim your throne as Vampire Lord in this survivor-like and roguelike RPG. Double the like.
Each run is another step on your journey to wipe out hordes, find new followers, unlock new quests, and look cool while doing it. Look at that gear.
Night Swarm is on Steam now and 15% off for a limited time. Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
All the kids get their first one at age 10. if you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master, though he didn't really know what that meant yet.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu, and went, "He's your problem now, stupid."
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s culture. Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
I know Pokemon had 25 seasons. 25 seasons, and Ash been the same age in all of them, pretty much. He doesn't age. I think even the last episode with him in it, he's still the same age.
We should note, we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon. But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow-red enough voltage and you'll regret it. Even ground types that would be immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and...
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! The perfect attack for outgoing flamboyant thieves and air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
So clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
So this one is cool. You basically connect your Shopify account and it's able to pull in your product catalog. And then from there,
as the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with Synthesis.
But
Pokemon, just like Yu-Gi-Oh, they just be making up shit as they go. They just be making up the rules as it goes. Just do anything.
Tile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim. Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile. and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree? He chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught.
Oh, what episode was this? We just scroll past this? Let's see.
Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been.
What episode? What season was this? That nigga was got the blick in the. He said he probably beat me in a Pokemon battle. It's like the end of what's that movie? Was it He Got Game? The dude put a gun on the book bag. Like your plot armor can't stop these bullets. I had Brock just sitting there with that same facial expression and watch Emma put some holes in Ash. That's crazy. I need to use this as a thumbnail for the video. Just him with the. Yeah, that's gonna be a thumbnail.
Handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught 30 Tauros, and he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir, and just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Don't get me started on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times. How does Blast Burn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type charts right, 4Kids.
Boomstick, 4Kids weren't even around anymore when this aired. Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Kaiju Gengar!
So you want to launch your own business? Well, have you heard about the 3 essential steps you need to take before?
He hunts.
That boy Ash did this 25 years, just taking L's every tournament. He just lost and lost and lost and lost and lost.
With G-Max Terror, or even swallows him up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into...
I just noticed. Who's this Ash? Look at the transition. It's just here. That's how Ash look now?
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This Rainbow Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. infused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the sun god, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions, and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! 4 kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that, to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
25 years.
If you want to travel the world like Ash or look as rad as Yugi, then we've got the threads for you.
This battle is sponsored by Quince.
You'll like this. A bunch of Death Battle staff have owned Quince stuff for ages, so we know it's legit.
Quince makes it easy to look sharp, feel good, and find gifts that last. From Mongolian cashmere sweaters to Italian wool coats, Quince pieces are crafted from premium materials and built to hold up without the luxury markup.
Nice! This is totally a Kaiba fit right here. Just gotta pop up that collar.
Quince makes the essentials every guy needs. Denim, chinos, down jackets, wool top coats, and leather styles built to last, just to name a few.
Each piece is made from premium materials. Oh, and by cutting out the middlemen and traditional markups, Quince delivers the same quality as luxury brands at a fraction of the price. So get your wardrobe sorted and your gift list handled with Quince.
Don't wait. Go to quince.com/deathbattle for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/deathbattle.
Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/deathbattle.
Many a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a glorious civilization?
Time travel? The divine hand? Aliens? Nah, they were gamers.
Egyptians played games with sorcery. These magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz. They were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil. And in the modern day, Yugi Moto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpop's game shop.
But little did he know that completing the puzzle would...
Yugi was 8. Ooh. Yugi was 18, 5 even.
link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so. He's anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow game.
Whether it's griddle air hockey, Mario Party with chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner.
What the hell is this? This is the original concept episode, just like a pilot shit. I'm glad we didn't get this version over here. This must be only been one in Japan or something. I'm glad we got the good version of this. Man, it's like I don't know. This isn't Dark Magician I know.
Take his world and ours by storm. Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how. Playing a children's card game.
And for his L, Kaiba was given a penalty game. Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some serious...
What is I don't remember. Is this like before the 4Ks one or something? I don't remember like none of this.
Seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality, forms barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
You can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by ghosts.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi... Oh, there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
In the construction industry, $1,000 a week. Savings, that's what it's all about.
You're right. With Connect.
Don't be too quick to judge.
I don't know. No monsters. I don't know if Yugi deck was really super good or just he just did a bunch of bullshit that make the cards they have really good. Because if he ain't had Dark Magician in his hand, he definitely would play something or use the effect of a monster that don't make no sense to get Dark Magician out of the deck.
Yugi's a very clever strategist. His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz, but what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
There's nothing on Karibo card that says he's gonna multiply and block an attack. There's no wing Karibo, no basic Karibo that does this. Nah, I think Karibo can block an attack, but this man may play one Karibo and multiply it times 100.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him. But I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning. And the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand. Dark Magician. Moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local.
Once per turn, you can toss the coin and call it right. Destroy a monster your opponent control. Call it roll to destroy. You do take damage. How? What is just disregard the card effect and like just. When that card's a Philly planet draw a card. Like what is about like
Area of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else.
That's a 100% not how the card game work. None of this stuff is based off the IRL card game. You can't do none of this. Only in anime. Only in anime we can use Time Wizard to age Dark Magician older to make him stronger.
Which can differ from the real-world card game.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards. Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards, like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards, like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty runback against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
So this is my Rust project. I have 4 terminal clients, all with this chat interface running off one server. And what we're...
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels, pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the gods' limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will duel monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time! He doesn't just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of, screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. he would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch a Tem. Goes to show you that money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game, and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the King of Games.
The Battle of the Millennium is about to start, but we wouldn't be able to make it happen without some help from our friends at Raycon.
That's right, this message is sponsored by Raycon. If you're looking for a holiday gift, Raycon's essential open earbuds should be at the top of your list.
Regular earbuds block out everything, but these beauties sit so perfectly in the ear, you get both real clear sound and also what's happening around you. Exactly what I need when I'm out lawnmower racing, or bike riding, jogging, whatever normal people do.
We're happy that Raycon is a longtime sponsor of our show, and for good reason. They have over 3 million customers who are getting premium sound quality for half the price. And if you don't like your earbuds, they have a 30-day guarantee, so there's practically no risk.
They're lightweight, last up to 8 hours on one charge, and with multi-point connection, I can wirelessly hook them up to multiple devices. So they're super handy.
The essential open earbuds are here for the holiday season, and they're selling fast. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this holiday season. Just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas, because great gifts shouldn't show up late. All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
What is reasonable available to them? What does that mean? Ash can use any Pokemon that he ever caught, and Yugi can use every card that he owns.
Oh!
I spy on my competitors every day over coffee. Let me show you what I do. So I use this website, similarweb.com.
You okay, Pikachu? This Furon-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack. And I set one card face down to end my turn.
What?
Using spell cards.
Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him off with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up. Great job. Now, Thunderbolt.
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise! Dimension Snake!
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Charizard! I choose you!
sorry, partner. Don't worry, it's my turn now. I just need to believe in the heart of the cards.
Who's that Pokémon?
Haruxi, Goddess of Light! This is it! Magicians, flash burning magic! Haruxi, Joser!
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
You activated my trap card, Magic Cylinder! With it, I'll send your Thunderbolt back to attack your light points directly! That was an awesome duel, Ash.
So think of it as like a TV ad with a catalog component where I can choose on the Roku app and immediately.
KO! Oh, my childhood! Whiz, quick! I need your tears! We can save him!
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting with experience. Both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ash's can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tier scale to glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, relying only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more psychic barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, bend fate to draw whatever card he wants, and we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
Alright. And pretty much, it ended, how pretty much, I guess. Like, the spell cards, the defense card made a difference, because he pulled out Swords of Villain Light and definitely Magic Cylinder. Then he could it's time the spells and trap cards. He could have played the easily. He could have played what's that card name is? But Ash usually, I think Ash used all the ones Pokemon that he caught. I'm pretty sure they wasn't gonna let him call out like Reggie Walk and like the Reggies in not Lucario, Arcuno, Zapdos, and all them, because he never caught them. Good video. 10 out of 10. Usually, I would like to see them do Pokemon versus Digimon. I think they're pretty even, right there. What is 12 minutes? Last video. I want to watch this video about Netflix. I don't know if I should watch this one or this one. This one is more recent. I want this one.
FC26.
This one about. We do the one where they buy it. Excellent. Buys everything.
Welcome back, everyone. Big surprise, Netflix just made the official announcement that they had won the bidding war for Warner Brothers, which includes DC, everything Warner Brothers owns, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Harry Potter, hundreds of other big franchises. And what's happening now is they're beginning the process of hashing out the finer details of the deal and what the final merged companies are actually going to look like. You just have to imagine James Gunn waking up and logging into Twitter to find out what happened, like all the rest of us too, because he, George R. R. Martin, the other big stakeholders that are making these TV shows, these movies, weren't really part of the deal themselves, so they found out just like all the rest of us. They've already issued an official statement, and they did a conference call explaining what they're going to do with HBO, like the linear channels, the actual places you go to watch these things, what's going to happen with the HBO Max streaming service, what's going to happen with the future of all the TV shows, all the movies that Warner Brothers was already working on, like I said, James Gunn's DCU, all that stuff, because yes, it is included, it does affect it in a certain way, but not in some of the ways that people are worried about. There are some good things and some bad things about this. But thankfully, Netflix did explain how they're going to treat the actual company, the combined companies, so we know what's happening with all the big TV shows, all the big movies that we're getting ready to watch and where we're going to watch them. That's really the big question, like how much are you going to have to pay to actually watch all the stuff that you were trying to watch before?
If they keep it separate, it probably stay the same price. Now, they move a lot of stuff off HBO Max and like thing on to Netflix. Boy, these boys probably it ain't gonna be $40, $45 a month to watch Netflix.
Where are you gonna wind up finding all that stuff? Obviously, this isn't going to change any of the things that I make weekly videos for. All those things are still happening. But what is going to change is the way you pay for streaming services and where you find certain things at certain different times in their life cycle. I know there's a ton of questions about whether or not anyone big is getting fired. There were a lot of questions about what's going to happen to James Gunn's DCU movies and TV shows if somebody else bought Warner Brothers and bought them. What's going to happen with all the Game of Thrones prequels? Don't worry, Netflix and the people who actually work at both of these companies have talked about this already, so we will explain what they just said. This is actually Netflix's official statement early this morning after they won the initial bid in the actual meetings to merge both companies, like the actual talks about who's getting fired, who's not getting fired, what it's going to look like, all just started. It reads, today, Netflix Inc. and Warner Brothers Discovery Inc. announced that they have entered into a definitive agreement under which Netflix will acquire Warner Brothers, meaning the actual buyout itself will start, including its film and television studios, HBO Max, and HBO. There are a couple of notes about how much they're actually paying for the company. It's going to wind up being about $82.7 billion. For instance, when Disney bought Fox, it was closer to about $72 billion, just to give you an idea.
Right, $82 billion. Jesus. $82 billion. That's a crazy number.
What do we have here?
Really expensive to buy an entire company and their entire film and TV library like this. Then they say the transaction is expected to actually close, like the deal is actually expected to close after the previously announced separation.
It's crazy. Not really crazy because it makes sense, but it's crazy to think about. Like Netflix have that much money, like in stock and everything. Like they have 82 billion. Or they have something close to 82 billion. They even come close to buying Warner Brothers company.
Of WBD's Global Networks division, meaning their linear TV channels and all the Discovery part of the company, into a newly public traded company, which is now expected to be completed in Q3 2026, meaning that's when the actual deal to buy the company is going to be done. So the idea is that Netflix just wants the streaming business and the actual studios that are making TV shows and movies. They don't want the linear channels. So Warner Brothers is in the process of spinning all that stuff off into a separate company, which is going to happen next year. Netflix itself does not want to own actual physical linear TV channels. They just want the streaming stuff. Then they go on to mention all their big franchises. This acquisition brings together two pioneering entertainment businesses combining Netflix's innovation, global reach, and best-in-class streaming service. They really do have the best technology behind their actual streaming service, like the way you actually are able to watch stuff by logging onto the app. Where they're weaker is when it comes to actual content, the actual IP, which is one of the reasons why they want Warner Brothers so badly, because they have so much big IP that Netflix doesn't have access to right now. They go on to talk about combining Warner Brothers' century-long legacy of world-class storytelling, beloved franchises, shows, and movies such as The Big Bang Theory, The Sopranos, Game of Thrones, The Wizard of Oz, and the DC Universe, like James Gunn's DCU, will join Netflix's extensive portfolio, including Wednesday, Money Heist, Bridgerton, Adolescence, Extraction, basically naming all their big franchises like Stranger Things, creating an extraordinary entertainment offering for audiences worldwide. Then Ted Sarandos, the CEO of Netflix, said, "Our mission has always been to entertain the world by combining Warner Brothers' incredible library of shows and movies, from timeless classics like Casablanca, Citizen Kane, to favorites like Harry Potter and Friends, the Friends TV series, with our culture-defining titles like Stranger Things, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Squid Game. We'll be able to do that even better. Together, we can give audiences more of what they love and help define the next century of storytelling." There's a little more fluff about them saying how good this is going to be for everybody. Like, we don't need to read this entire statement. Most of it's just them saying this is going to be better for everybody. The reality is it's only going to be better for some people. We'll get into that in a second. There's a few more details about them combining HBO, HBO Max, and Warner Brothers content with Netflix. But then during the conference call, they actually got a little more clear about the details themselves. So we'll actually zoom enhance to that part of the actual talk. What they did is after they released this statement, they held a longer conference call where people were actually asking them, like, okay, what is this actually going to look like? What does this actually mean? What's going to happen to all the TV shows and movies that HBO Max was getting ready to release? Like all the DC movies, DC TV shows, Game of Thrones prequels, Harry Potter TV show, all that stuff. what's going to happen to the Supergirl movie, Clayface, the Batman 2 movie, the Man of Tomorrow, Superman 2 movie.
Interesting. No.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to Taylor Brands.
One of the biggest fears people had if Netflix was going to buy Warner Brothers is if we would stop seeing theatrical releases for all these. Like, would they just release the Superman Man of Tomorrow movie for a week in theaters and then it would hit Netflix? So this is what Netflix said about that. They claim that they're going to continue theatrical releases for all of Warner Brothers movies that were already going to go to movie theaters. But what they're not changing is what they were originally doing with Netflix original movies, like the Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man movie or the Frankenstein movie. Those were only in theaters for like a very short period before they hit Netflix. Probably the other biggest thing, and this is actually a pretty big thing, is that Netflix is going to keep the HBO Max service and the app around while also periodically adding WB HBO content to Netflix. So like at a certain point, you will see Game of Thrones on Netflix, but all the stuff like all the Game of Thrones prequels that they're making right now, all the DC TV shows, and that brand new Harry Potter TV show that they're getting ready to release in 2027, those will all still start airing on the HBO Max streaming service. So you'll still find all the same stuff in the same places. It's just that eventually you'll start seeing more of that stuff eventually also get added to Netflix, whereas before it would have taken way longer for them to put it on Netflix. Or in some cases, like Game of Thrones, for instance, I don't think they would have ever put that on Netflix had Netflix not bought Warner Brothers. So when we get to Night of the Seven Kingdoms episodes in January, when I'm doing episode videos for that, they'll still air on HBO Max. And the House of the Dragon Season 3 episodes still gonna be on HBO Max. And like I said, the actual buyout deal won't finish closing until the end of next year when they finish spinning out all the linear TV channels to a completely separate company. Then after that, like early 2027, that's when you're going to hear about people getting fired if they're in duplicate roles at both companies. Like, you do the same thing, one of you is getting fired. So a lot of people will definitely get fired in this big move. But a lot of that kind of stuff you won't hear about till like early 2027. So at least for the next couple years, you're not really going to notice any big difference, only just a couple more things than usual being added also to Netflix that were already also on HBO Max. So if you're already paying for HBO Max, nothing's changing. If you're already paying for Netflix, nothing is really changing. You're just getting a little bit extra content. And then over time, what they'll probably try to do is just bundle the apps so that you get both of them around the world for a little bit cheaper. But the more important thing is that they're not getting
a little bit cheaper. I mean, $5 off. Get $5 off to $30 a month. So you get $25 deal for Netflix a month.
Rid of HBO Max or completely trying to combine HBO Max with Netflix. That was a bit of a surprise. I was assumed they were just going to try and absorb HBO Max, which apparently they're not doing. Most of the questions they were getting from people and most of Ted Sarandos, the CEO of Netflix's talk, was about what was happening with Warner Brothers movies like Superman 2, Man of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Clayface, the Batman 2, all the really big stuff that they're working on. People are like, wait a minute, is this still going to be in theaters? Are you trying to kill theaters still? What he basically said is they weren't changing anything about the way that Warner Brothers releases movies. So all the movies that they were already making or planning on making, like James Gunn's DCU, will still be released in theaters the way they were originally going to do, normal theatrical windows. Then they'll eventually hit HBO Max. Then they'll eventually hit Netflix, probably a little bit faster on Netflix. But also Netflix isn't changing the way they do things with Netflix original movies or Netflix original TV shows. Like Stranger Things is a good example. They wouldn't suddenly change the way they release Stranger Things, or they wouldn't change the way they release the Netflix original movies like Frankenstein or the Knives Out Wake Up Dead Man movie. Those are still only in theaters for like a week, then they hit Netflix way faster. This is basically Netflix saying that the way things work at both companies isn't going to change.
Yo, James Gunn!
Oh, so they're going to add... They added HBO stuff to Netflix, so are they gonna do a reverse and add Netflix like some of Stranger Things season 1 to like HBO, or like they just slowly, just like Funimation and Crunchyroll, they slowly started importing the stuff over, so finally like in 2027 it is gonna be one app.
Hi, Zack Snyder. Just saw your new cut of Superman, and word of advice?
Next really big question, people asking what's going to happen to James Gunn's DCU. Well, Netflix basically said that they're not going to mess with any of his plans. So James Gunn, Peter Safran are staying at the head of DCU. They're not going to change their plan for what DC Chapter 1 is going to be. The movies, the TV shows they were planning on making, all still going to make the same ones. Netflix isn't going to mess with what they're making, when they're making. Like, they're not going to go and tell them, oh, you have to release Batman Brave and the Bold next year or else. They're going to do whatever they want to do, and Netflix is going to let that happen. A lot of people had been asking the last couple of years, what if Netflix bought DC? Would they bring the Snyderverse back? Would Zack Snyder come back? That's also not going to happen. James Gunn and Zack Snyder are already really good friends, and James Gunn said he would already love to do something at DC with Zack Snyder, so it's kind of an open door policy. So if Zack Snyder ever wanted to do some sort of DC project, a movie or a TV show going forward, James Gunn would be happy to do it with him. There's a lot of stuff that I think would work better for Zack Snyder's oeuvre, like the Absolute Universe would be something that he could work in an Elseworld situation. Generally, it should be said that merging of big companies like this usually winds up being bad long-term, like consolidation is not a good thing long-term, but it's less bad than it could have been. Like, it could have been way, way worse. Everybody post all your reactions in the comments below. I'm sure there's going to be a billion questions about this over the next couple of years. I'll try to answer everything in the comments. We have a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like right now. You have to remember it's still early days, so it's going to be a couple years before you really start to notice a difference. And what you really notice,
the main thing people worry about is the price. Like, how much is y'all guys going to raise the price on these monthly subscriptions? Because Netflix already charging an arm and a leg, and everybody raising the prices every 3 months. I'm not going to pay $30, I'm not going to pay $20+ a month for Netflix and HBO Max when some of the stuff is coming on, when some of the stuff from HBO is coming on Netflix. Like, why I'm paying for both of them?
is there just more Warner Brothers stuff on Netflix than there was before. That's really going to be the only change. Mostly I'm happy to hear that they're still releasing all the big movies in movie theaters the normal way. That was the thing most people were worried about. And even though James Gunn, George R. Martin, these really big guys weren't part of the actual deal themselves, there was a post a little while ago that James Gunn made recently, and I think he was trying to tell everyone that he had a pretty good sense that everything was going to be fine long term. Generally just seems like he wasn't that worried going into this big deal. Currently, we are also in the middle of CCXP, so it's a bit of a trailer fest. All the big studios are releasing a couple big things. We're supposed to get the first Avengers Doomsday trailer next week. We're supposed to get a new Supergirl trailer next week, The Boys Season 5 trailer. I will do videos for all the big trailers that do get released, so be sure to enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss any of that stuff. Everybody click here and here for all of those. I'll add the new videos to my playlist as I post them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Alright, that's pretty much everybody worried about. Like I say, pretty much the price of everything. Pretty much it. Well, now they're gonna raise the price on the services, stuff like that. So that was the last video. We did like 1, 2, 3, 4. We did 4 videos. We've been live almost 2 hours. We did pretty good. I ain't live streaming a long time. Felt longer than almost 2 hours. It's been a long time. You sit here and just reacting and stuff. Alright, we're gonna go ahead in the stream. I'm not even going to attempt to react to any music and stuff. So I would do that in video form. So I will be back. Try to do it again tomorrow. Since I got AI to make me a little stream schedule. He told me to stream tomorrow around 12 o'clock. So we'll see. We'll see. Be on the lookout for that. And stream.